Hey, what is going on, guys? So we're gonna do a quick family trip to a place called Piney Point. You ready for Piney Point? Oh my goodness. Alright, got my two kids over here, my wifey. Yeah, that's my son. So as you guys can see, I have my hands full, but we're gonna make a little quick drop over here at the Tesla supercharger to get charged up, because right now my state of charge is only 30% and we need to pick up a couple things. And slide it. We're back.
Welcome back.
You guys been having fun? What you guys been watching? Alright, that was about half an hour. We're getting 50% state of charge. I did not precondition though, so that's kind of enough. 13 bucks. Alright, 98 miles to go. Alright guys, we are here. That was quite a trip, huh? So I forgot my fishing rod, so we went back home, got my fishing rod that barely fit in the trunk. It's completely maxed out. And of course we had to eat, and then we drove to some crazy rain. But we drove safely and we are finally here. I'm gonna try to unload the car before my son wakes up. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing is we're alive.
So all this fit in there. Oh yeah, including that one. You. All right, boss is awake. Thank you.
Welcome to your visit.
All right. Go.
What's that noise?
Probably water dripping.
It's a phantom.
Do we have, which view is this one? Do you think that's the river? Or do you think that's the bay? All right, so there's a reason why I can't recommend this hotel. Look at these ants everywhere. I'm gonna have to, oh, you know what it is? There's like soda. We do find something wrong with it. Like this, yeah, this blind is not gonna work.
But we still love it.
We still love it, right? We make it our home
It's
every
my
time.
favorite hotel.
It's your favorite hotel? Me too. So even with those ants and holes in the wall, hopefully tomorrow I get to show you how this hotel is so worth it. But I'm so glad I'm here. It's been such a busy month for me for work. It's just like my first time I'm actually spending some time with my family. In fact, last night I came home from work around 4 a.m. So I am exhausted right now. So I'm gonna go hit the hay. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. So we did find a pocket of calm weather to go fishing, and my daughter caught this nice bluefish, and my son caught, what did you catch?
2 spots.
That's right.
3 red drums.
Yeah.
I also caught 3 red drums.
Yeah, we did good. We did good. However, what didn't do very well is I did not do a good job filleting it. It ended up being this tiny little thing. So that did not count as dinner. So we're currently going out to dinner, but check this out, guys. While just sitting here for a day, I spent 8% on Sentry mode. Basically, the 360 security camera eats a lot of energy. And that's kind of random. No one did screen time while we're parked. So we only have 22% state of charge. So we're gonna have to figure out what kind of charging we're gonna do this evening. But first, I don't know. I mean, like, we don't have a lot of time. We do want to go fishing again, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just go out and eat first and figure this out.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Okay, now we have 17% battery left. When we get back, it's gonna be 11%. I do have a way of charging, but if that doesn't work, we might be in a little bit of trouble. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
You are almost too far from known charging locations.
Well, I've never seen that message before. Should we plug in?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I hope this works. Alright guys, you guys get to finally unbox this with me. I'll tell you why I haven't needed this. What is that, 1,600 miles so far? But right now, I'm gonna need this more than ever. So let's do this. Oh, yeah. Here it is. It's pretty small. Wow. 90-degree power cables. So, I'm gonna have to depend on this.
Charging error, no power.
Uh-oh, this is making me a little bit nervous. Okay, there's one more outlet over there, so I'm gonna try that. It's working. Okay, it had me for a minute there. All right, my kids and I'm gonna get some fishing done and charge this overnight to see if we can get enough to get home.
Tomorrow.
Good morning, guys. We charged about 15 and a half hours overnight and we have 41% state of charge, and it says I have 112 miles left to go on this battery, which is just enough to get home. Our house is about 100 miles away ish, depending on traffic and how it goes. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to charge this, but it was worth it because we went fishing one more time this morning, enjoyed the pier, which is attached right next to this hotel. That was the whole advantage of this hotel, and my kids love that fact. So we had an awesome time, guys, and hopefully we remain having an awesome time, not having to charge this car before we go home. So let's go.
E-V-L-O-T-I-N-G. It is too early for you. We are revolting.
So we travel 105 miles, but it's still saying that I have 22 miles left on the battery. So yes, this vehicle might not have plenty of space, but it is very, very efficient. But enough of that, let's talk about this title. So is Refresh Model 3 a good family car? Before I talk about that topic, just for context, I realized that vlogging format is not the best way to really prove and argue about this topic in every single point, but it is a good medium to talk about the real life experience of some of these topics. So here are some of the topics the vlog was able to cover, and that is the trunk space, the convenience of charging, and the range, and 3 is a kid friendly. So let's talk about the trunk space first. So I have a family of 4, 2 kids, and yeah, they're pretty young, so I need to make sure they're able to bring their stuffed animals. And I know a lot of my audience is coming from the F-150 Lightning days, and to compare those two in terms of trunk space or storage, yeah, it's a joke compared to that. I understand that F-150 Lightning, when it comes to storage, yeah, that vehicle's got it. But the new Model 3, for being a small sedan, it's actually pretty impressive. So 2024 Model 3 has 19.8 cubic foot of trunk space, but what's really impressive is the opening part. They really maximize this. So smallest part of the opening is 38 inches, but the largest part of the opening is very similar, so it's 41 inches, so you can really put some big stuff in there. But the big difference between this sedan and some of the other brand sedan is that the opening hinge is the outside of the vehicle, right? So a lot of the sedan have this hinge inside, so when you close the trunk, it really hits the object that's inside the trunk, or it just really eats away the space, the usable space that is. So not only is the trunk huge in cubic footage, I don't have to tell my daughter she cannot bring her big stuffed animal. Now I'll briefly mention about the front, because really other than the road trip I don't use it much. It's just really hard to close. You end up leaving this giant fingerprint, and the front actually starts bending when you press down too hard. So I don't use it as much, but for road trips like this, it's perfect for a backpack or two. It is a little bit bigger than the previous generation of Model 3, so I'm glad it's there. So let's talk about the range and the convenience of charging, because you understand if you have kids, instead of the kids asking you, are we there yet? It's more like, is it done charging yet? So you don't want to sit there for too long. You really want to just minimize the charging with kids as much as possible as a family vehicle. And I have to say this vehicle is very efficient, so you don't have to charge as much. So this is the standard real wheel version. I understand there's the extended range real wheel version. It's amazing how fast Tesla just has new vehicle. Like you buy one vehicle one day and next day there's something new or something's changed. So this is the one I got, and it is very efficient. It gets 272 miles for full state of charge. Now on this trip I got a lot more than that technically, because in terms of efficiency I got 180 watt hour per mile traveling 105 miles in a hot summer with AC on. Now I'm getting used to how Tesla is displaying the efficiency. I'm coming from Ford, right? So to translate to Ford terms, that is basically 5.5 miles per kilowatt hour. And just for comparison, F-150 Lightning on a good day like this, I would say it would probably get around 2.5 miles per kilowatt hours. But when you have kids in the back seat, honestly, one of the things I was afraid is when you go supercharge, is it gonna work? And I have to say, I charged about 10 times on a supercharger so far, and 10 out of 10, it works every single time. If I had kids in the backseat and I pull up to a DC fast charge, and if the station doesn't work, I had to pull up to another station or go to another station, yeah, that would have been a nightmare with kids on a road trip like this. Another thing about having a small, efficient vehicle such as this, that 120 volt mobile charger, it becomes a little bit more of a realistic charging solution on a clutch. Whether you have a Tesla or Ford, those mobile charger get you about 1 kilowatt per hour on charge. Now that 1 kilowatt goes a long way in a vehicle like this. So on this Tesla Model 3, that 1 kilowatt will charge about 1.7% of the battery, which means when you charge overnight, you can definitely get to places. In fact, the last vacation home we just rented, I was able to plug in and charge to 100% state of charge before leaving that place. So that part is fantastic. To add to that, I do have a small screen in the back seat the kids can look at. Again, this is just the convenience part of it, and yeah, this is parenting in 2024, I guess. Yes, I'm ashamed of it, but it's there. It works. So when you go on a road trip, you can put karaoke on it. As you guys can see, they can read along. So yes, the real screen in the entertainment system, as a parent, I am shamefully glad it's there. And speaking of kids, I want to briefly talk about the car seat or the booster seat situation in the back. So the hole to get to the anchor, I have to say it is really tight. I mean, it looks nice, but if you're the kind of person who likes to take off the car seat or the booster seat and put it back and forth, that is not ideal. When it comes to safety rating, you'll have no problem convincing your wife this is a safe vehicle. All you gotta do is, hey honey, do you want to get a vehicle with 5-star NHTSA rating? And you're good to go. So technically this vehicle is kid friendly. But realistically, we all know the better question to ask is, can 2024 Model 3 be used as a good family vehicle? And the short answer is yes. I didn't buy this vehicle to be a family car, but it didn't stop me from getting it because it can be used as one. And that's really the whole theme of this vlog. It's not perfect, but you make your own and you make great memories with it. I know that sounds super cliche, but there's some truth to that. I hope you can remember that when you purchase your next vehicle. So I'll continue to document my real life experience with this car and the Tesla ecosystem. So I hope you really subscribe. It really helps me and motivates me to create my next video. So thank you so much, guys. Till next time, I'll see you later.